Hello everyone, welcome back to the first module of Life Skills. In part 1, we learned about the meaning and significance of life skills and the important life skills required for a professional. In this part, we will look at the life skills listed by World Health Organization. World Health Organization (WHO) has listed 10 life skills, namely self-awareness, empathy, communication, interpersonal skills, creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, coping with stress, and coping with emotions. Now, let's look at it one by one. The first one is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly and objectively through reflection and introspection. Self-awareness is having a clear perception of the personality, including strengths, weaknesses, thoughts, beliefs, motivation, and emotions. Self-awareness allows you to understand other people, how they perceive you, your attitude, and your responses to them in the moment. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to recognize, understand, and share the thoughts and feelings of other person from his or her point of view rather than from one's own. Developing empathy is crucial for establishing relationships and behaving compassionately. It involves experiencing other person's point of view rather than just one's own and enables pro-social or helping behaviors that come from within rather than being forced. Communication. Communication is the act of transferring information from one place, person, or group to another. Every communication involves a sender, a message, and a recipient. It includes the sharing of ideas, concepts, imaginations, behaviors, and written content. Communication is simply defined as the transfer of information from one place to another. The next one is interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills involve the ability to communicate and build relationships with others. Often called people skills, they tend to incorporate both your innate personality traits and how you have learned to handle certain social situations. Effective interpersonal skills can help you during the job interview process and can have a positive impact on your career advancement. They are skills that we use every time we interact with someone else, either individually or as part of a group. Interpersonal skills are traits you rely on when you interact and communicate with others. They cover a variety of scenarios where communication and cooperation are essential. Some examples of interpersonal skills include active listening, teamwork, leadership, patience, empathy, etc. Creativity. Creativity is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. Creativity is characterized by the ability to perceive the world in new ways, to find hidden patterns, to make connections between seemingly unrelated phenomena, and to generate solutions. Creativity involves two processes, thinking and then producing. Creativity is a necessary complement because it helps a person come up with new approaches and flexible solutions that can adapt over time. Looking beyond the individual, creativity in problem solving is also valuable at the team level and in the workplace. It stems from company practices that promote inclusion and advancing the diversity of ideas and experiences. To persist in the face of obstacles and come out stronger, you have to have the creativity to figure your way out and the patience to stick with it during the adversity and trauma. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to think clearly and rationally about what to do or what to believe. Critical thinking is the intellectually disciplined process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, or evaluating information gathered from or generated by observation, experience, reflection, reasoning, or communication as a guide to belief and action. Someone with critical thinking skills is able to understand the logical connections between ideas, identify, construct, and evaluate arguments, detect inconsistencies and common mistakes in reasoning. They will also solve problems systematically, identify the relevance and importance of ideas, reflect on the justification of one's own beliefs and values. A critical thinker is able to deduce consequences from what he knows, and he knows how to make use of information to solve problems and to seek relevant sources of information to inform himself. The next one is problem solving. Problem solving is the act of defining a problem, determining the cause of the problem, identifying, prioritizing, and selecting alternatives for a solution and implementing it. Decision making. Decision making is the act of choosing between two or more courses of action. It is the process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information, and assessing alternative resolutions. Coping with stress. Stress is the body's reaction to any change that requires an adjustment or response. The body reacts to these changes with physical, mental, and emotional responses. Coping with stress is the ability to effectively manage your stress so that you are not debilitated by the stress. The last one is coping with emotions. Emotion can be described as the drive and the vitality of the energy in life. Emotion is accompanied by behavioral and physiological alterations in the body. We like to do activities that incite our emotions. Our decisions are based on our emotions such as anger, sadness, frustration, boredom, and happiness. Emotion is thus a mental reaction which manifests itself in the mind of an individual in the form of a strong feeling. Our lives are ruled by emotions. Emotional coping strategies help you face life with ease and dexterity. With that, we have come to the end of Module 1. Thank you all.